Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 24 of our Timberborn playthrough. If you guys are new to the series, definitely check out some of the older videos, but don't worry, we'll go through a quick recap. For the returning viewers, we're excited to have you back. So let's go ahead and jump into episode 24. If we bring the UI back up, in the last episode, essentially what we did was we got our bot area fully built out. And this has a lot of layers. As you can kind of see here, there's a lot going on under here. There's a lot going on under here. I love a lot of these new overhangs. These are just awesome. They make it so much fun to build. But anyway, what we've got is one bot factory for each component. So the heads, the chassis, and the arms. And then that supports two of the assemblers. We have our refineries down here producing biofuel, and our refineries up top producing catalyst. Not yet, because they're waiting on the maple syrup. But anyway, this production, all of the bot production is done by bots. So we have bots producing bots. The assemblers or the bot factories are prioritized by haulers so that these stay full of resources, so that we hopefully can supply enough stuff to the assemblers. Right now, it actually does look like arms are the thing that's kind of holding us up, the limbs. So that's kind of interesting. So we'll just have to see kind of if that continues, or if we can kind of actually gain a little bit of a surplus. We'll see. But okay, so we got that going. We have 2 full hauling posts of bots, which is great. We actually have 4. Yeah, so I'm going to put this on a medium high priority. There we go. 5 more bots as haulers, so that is excellent. So yeah, so we are getting the haulers. I think I'm actually, as far as the bots are concerned, I'm going to go with a medium priority on the hauling. Yeah, because I really want the bots to do hauling. The maximum priority for the bots is making more bots, obviously, but I want to have that medium high priority available for if I want them to do something that's a little bit more important than being a hauler, but nothing will ever be as important as just making more bots, if that makes sense. But okay, one thing I noticed in between episodes is this forester actually couldn't reach all the way up here. So I actually just removed those trees there. And I'm not really sure what we want to do up here. I was kind of thinking just like a little bit more storage would be nice, just because we kind of have the space. So if we do something like that, we can go into our decorations here and maybe put like a bench there. Could be nice. And then we could throw just a couple roofs on there. Up here, is there anything that we really need that we're not storing? So one thing is we've got the dandelions here. Do we need more dandelion storage? My guess is honestly no. Yeah, it's honestly no. So, I mean, considering that we're doing cattail right here, maybe I'll just make these cattail roots just for more cattail storage. Can't hurt. And then if we come across right here, what I think I'm going to do is just some of these small warehouses with a couple shrubs just on either end, and then just some roofs right across the top. And what we'll do is we'll just have these store various kinds of food. So we'll do bread. We will do carrots, cattail crackers, grilled chestnuts, grilled potatoes, and what is this last one? Grilled spatterdock. So, it'll just kind of give them a little bit of storage up here. Just kind of fills the space, and this housing area will be able to pop right out here and get some storage. So that's nice. Now, speaking of storage, one of the things that I wanted to do right off the bat is I want to expand our storage area over here, just our excess storage. So I'm going to delete this path because I want to get rid of all of this contamination. So we are going to add contamination barriers along here, and I'll just put a path in so that they can actually build them. And we'll just do highest priority right here, but finish that just because this is the last thing and it's already almost built. But anyway, this will be good. This will give them, you know, a little bit of food up here. But this is all just going to be excess storage. I don't want this to necessarily be like the first place that they go to store things. Obviously, that's in here. But this will just be a kind of a nice excess storage thing. All of our maple trees are done, so we're just waiting on the maple syrup. We do have tapper shacks that are, you know, just waiting. And I guess this is food related, so I am going to put that on the highest priority. Prioritize maple syrup. That does kind of make sense to me anyway. And then one thing that I was thinking here is we could just fill these in with a little bit more land. So maybe just something like this. And hopefully all those directions were fine. But I'm going to fill this in with a little bit more land. And then also going to fill this in with a little bit more land, as well as over here. And then this river is kind of okay. But this is going to be a little planting area in here. We're going to plant something that's kind of not really super important. We are going to plant berries, blueberries. I don't think, if we go into our well-being, yeah, berries don't actually get us any benefit for eating. Is there anything that we could make with berries? I don't think so. Yeah, because we could make maple pastries. That's something that we definitely need to make. But the beavers can just eat berries, so might as well, you know, check that box and get the berries. Get the berries for the beavers, you know? Might as well. And let's go ahead. I'm going to get some stairs going up here because I would love to actually dynamite out a little bit more space over here. So with that in mind, I'm just going to kind of run a path over here just so that we have general access up here. And then I'm just going to say, get rid of all of these trees and these and these. And you know what? We'll give them some stairs so that they can actually get up here as well. So there we go. And this is not really important. I am going to put the stairs all on medium high priorities though. I just like to get the ways that they can get around built. Even though it's not really important, it just kind of lets me know that, you know, in the future, if they really have nothing to do, they can always come up here and do some of that. And then we are also going to need a path kind of coming like this as well, just so that they can build all that land. But that'll be good. So that's going to be a little berry area, really not super important. They are putting in these contamination barriers. Unfortunately, we're in a drought, so I have no way of knowing if I have full coverage here, but I think if I look top down, I should. That should be fully covered. So we can go ahead and continue our excess storage over here. So, okay, so if we continue with the large warehouses, we could get a couple in here. And I think what we'll do is this will be raw food. Yeah, I think this will be the raw food area. So we'll go cattail flower, cattail root, and then a couple more like that. Chestnuts and dandelions, I guess. Not really sure if we need to store a ton of dandelions, but might as well. We'll get those in there, and then might as well get a couple platforms in here so that we can get another storage in. So we just did dandelions, so this will be potatoes, spatterdock, and wheat. Something like that. Let me see. I'm actually going to rethink this. So get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay, so if I were to just put a single dynamite right here, we could actually do something like this, which I think will be cleaner. Yeah, that will work a lot better. I mean, it'll work exactly the same, but it will look a lot better, I think. And why don't we go ahead and just get a contamination barrier right there? But okay, we're going to have a path coming down here, over here. This is going to hook in, and then that path is going to hook together right there once this dynamite gets put in. But okay. And then why don't we get something like that, and maybe a shrub there. That would be nice. Yeah, that would be nice. And we will put these on the highest priority. But okay, so this is chestnuts. So we have the cattail flower, cattail root, chestnuts. Cattail flower, cattail root, chestnuts. This is dandelions. And then potatoes, spatterdock. Actually, wait. Yeah, dandelions. Potatoes, spatterdock. Yeah, and then once they get that in, we'll be able to put a warehouse here for wheat. And then we can get some warehouses over here. And this will store wheat flour. So there we go. That should be good. And I could fit 2 more over here. So why don't we do that? And what we'll do, we can detonate that. So we'll get that out of there. Get that path hooked up there. So let's see. We actually have 2 types of wheat. We have cattail, or 2 types of flour. We have cattail flour and wheat flour. So what I think I'm going to do actually is I'm going to do double cattail storage right here, and then double wheat storage right here. This will be cattail flour. This will be wheat flour. So that's the 2 types of flour. Then we have chestnuts and dandelions, potatoes, and then what's the last thing? Spatterdock. There we go. So we have 2 full storages of the raw material there. So that's just a massive amount of storage, which I think should be good. That will be very good, I think. All right. So now another thing that I was thinking that we could do is I was thinking we could fit in kind of a few, just kind of not random, but yeah, kind of random water storages around here, just kind of here and there, just so that there's water kind of in various places around the map. And I'm going to set, we'll just leave those. We'll leave those as they are. There we go. So now if we go back into triple speed, okay, and these are almost all full, which is excellent. So we're getting tons of bots, and it is putting some of our beavers out of work, but that is okay. That is a-okay with me. We can go ahead and actually get rid of this staircase, which is nice. I will delete the rubble because we don't need it. And then I will plant some dandelions in there, even though we don't really need those either. Okay, and this is all of our raw food storage, so we are going to need some cooked food storage. And you know what we could do is we could just put another level on this. Put another level on this whole thing. So why don't we go ahead and do that? Might as well. Just get a ton of storage in here. Yeah, just monster amounts of storage in here. And then this should actually be very easy to get this hooked up. What I am going to do actually is just delete both of those. And then do something like this. So something like that. And now we are hooked back into our network here. And now we can get all these set up for storage. So we have 9, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, so one of these is going to be doubled up. And I think the one that we're going to double up is just the old reliable, the carrot. And then the rest of these will be... So there we go. So we got bread, and so that's the whole first row. And now we just go kind of down the line. Crackers, chestnuts, and grilled potatoes. And then over here we will have grilled spatterdock, maple pastries, and sunflower seeds. Ooh, that's something that we haven't gotten yet. Okay. I am going to put the water storage areas as the maximum priority, even though it's really not a super high priority. I just feel like, why not? And then they can keep going with this land over here. But okay. So up here, I noticed we have a little area that's not quite green, at least not all the way. So what I am going to do is I'm just going to square that off. And let's see. I'm going to dynamite out right here. Okay, how do we want this to go? I think we square this off. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, might as well just do triple dynamite right here. So this will be triples and triples. I am going to do singles here just because. And is this going to be green enough once I do that? Yeah, I think so. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to do something like this. So that will be kind of a little square. So we can fill that in. And then I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I think I'm going to get rid of these. So go away. All of this. There we go. And we will delete this rubble. Because I am going to change this this height here. But okay, so I'm going to bring that down. What I think we'll do is I will put in some earth there, and I think we want to go 3 wide. So in an effort to do that, we're going to do this, and then we're going to fill this in once this gets dynamited out. And then let me see, what do we want to do over here? I think I want to take another section off of that, and then can I square this? I really want to. You know what, maybe what we'll do is we'll take one more section off there and we'll square it kind of right here. I think that is totally doable. So that does mean we're going to need to get rid of this bridge. And then this is going to get squared off. Like that. And then I guess we could put the bridge back in. I don't know if it's going to go there, though, so we're going to hold off on that for a minute. But we will get that connected back up. So that's going to be quite a bit of dynamite that they're going to have to do. They are going to do all this storage first, though, I imagine, which is just going to take forever. But okay, why don't we get one of these for builders? And I'm going to put builders on a lower workplace priority than the haulers, just because I want the bots to haul. That's going to be their most important task, is hauling, I would think. And okay, awesome. All of this is full, so this is great. Oh, and the water storages are also getting filled up, so that's really nice as well. But okay. Oh, and they're filling this with wheat flour. That is perfect. So I just want to get just absolute monstrous amounts of resources. I just think that that's going to be quite fun. And let's see, how are we doing on the... Yeah, 82% on the way to the maple syrup. So we are still waiting on that, and then most of that's going to get processed into catalyst right off the bat to increase the efficiency of our beavers. And I know that this is just kind of spaghetti paths all over the place, but just want to keep the give the beavers enough routes that they can take, and then we'll just come back and delete these paths when they are no longer necessary. In fact, you know, we can actually get started on some of that, deleting a bunch of these that really don't serve much of a purpose anymore. So we'll get rid of those. Get rid of these. This one actually might be useful. So what I think we'll do is we'll connect it there. And then we'll get rid of this path there. Okay. So there we go. That is working pretty well. Oh, and then they got all that dirt put in over here, which is nice. So we could actually get this area planted with whatever they're called. What are they called? Berries. That's right. So if I were to put a little path there and connect that up, if I put a forester in, yeah, doesn't quite reach the whole area, which is kind of unfortunate. So I want to do a little bit more kind of well-being and housing over here, kind of using this existing bridge as like the line of demarcation between the two. So if I were to maybe get a platform there or a bridge there. And then if I did put a forester in here, it's pretty close. Yeah, I think that's actually where we're going to want it. So that will be the forester. And we'll go ahead and get rid of this path and this path like this. We will get rid of these so that I can actually put in a little overhang right here for the path. Like that. So that will be our path. I will get a single dynamite there so that I can actually put like some kind of a shrub underneath there. But okay. And then I do think I'm going to dynamite this away. At least a lot of this. So why don't we get some single dynamite there. And there, and there, and there. And I'm going to put all this dynamite on a medium high priority. Just that they kind of work on it as they go. But okay, so how are we doing? Oh, they are cruising on a lot of this storage. This is outstanding. And we are definitely starting to, you can see most of these bars are now quite empty, which is very nice. So things are definitely getting filled up, which is great. Oh, wow. And we have 6 more bots. So why don't we get some bots here? And that still leaves us 2. And you can see that we've now got a lot of beavers that don't have jobs, which is really interesting. And how are we doing on the maple syrup? Ooh, 100%. Yes, these do have maple syrup. That is excellent. That is great. Perfect. So that should mean that these are going to start producing, yes, catalyst. Outstanding. So now bots should come through. So like, where did that bot go? Yeah, so he's got his catalyst. So now that improves his working speed. So that's great. That's really going to improve the efficiency there. And we'll just kind of have to see how we do. So punch cards, it looks like we're doing really good. Catalyst, I think, just started to be produced. So same with the maple syrup. But okay. So this is great. The progress that they're making over here. Yeah, and I'm just going to love seeing all this stuff filled up. That's going to be awesome. It's totally unnecessary, completely overkill, but that's fine. That is just fine. And we can go ahead and get these dynamited away. And then similarly, I think we will get double dynamite on all of this. Just to get this cleaned up as well. And we will put all of this on a medium high priority. Even though it's not exactly a priority. We're probably going to need some paths to come over here so that they can reach all of this. We'll get those hooked up. And then we can delete this path for sure. You know what? And why don't they get that done? Just so that we can actually start to plant stuff. And where's this going to reach to? Not quite all the way over here, but it will reach all the way over here, which is nice. We can get that dynamited away. probably put a shrub in there, which will be very nice. And then a couple of these are going to be out of reach, so we are going to need some stairs up there. So we'll get those in there as well. But okay, so if we plant berries all throughout here, and then how far can we go over here? So 2 more rows of blueberries. And again, you know, getting blueberries, it's not really important. I just kind of want to make sure that I want the beavers to have access to basically everything. I think that would be kind of fun. So we can get a gatherer there, a gatherer there, and these are going to reach this whole area, which is pretty cool. And we should be able to dynamite most of this away. Ah, that one can't be reached. That is unfortunate. So we'll get this built. But anyway, continue with the blueberries. Triple dynamite on both of these. High priority, even though it's not really important. Same with the shrub, high priority. And then maybe we could just get a couple berry storages over here, like this, with a, let's see, a path right here, and then a couple gatherers right here. That could be nice. And then if we come in here with some roofs, that would be nice. And then a hedge here. And then, can I actually fit a Lido right here? Ooh, no. Can we make that work? Yeah, we could. If we flipped this bridge, we could. So if we did something like this, and then grabbed a bridge, flipped it so that it's on the other side, get a platform in here, and then get one piece of dynamite, we could actually throw a Lido in there. And that would be pretty nice. And then most of this can be dynamited away, which is outstanding. We can get this last bit of dynamite in here. Walk this path back out. Get some more blueberries in here. There we go. So now that is all filled. And this forester will be able to reach everything over here. And then how far can this reach? Not quite all the way. And these ones can't reach quite all the way either. But if I did put one, like right here, with a path coming up here, and then I could put in like a temporary forester right here. So why don't we do that just so that I can actually plant this with blueberries? Because once the blueberries are in, you actually don't need the forester. Now I'm gonna leave this one just because I think it'll look nice. To kind of have it like in the middle of the blueberry field, but it's totally not necessary to leave it there. because the blueberry bushes will never actually be removed. So, for what it's worth. But okay, so we grab a Lido. We'll throw a Lido in there. That is definitely a high priority because everybody likes a Lido. But okay, how are we doing on the storage over here? Excellent. We are on the second level. Look at that. We are already filling with carrots. That is just perfect. And the funniest part is that we really don't have that many areas of carrots. Yeah, we still have so many injured beavers. But these actually aren't being utilized all the time, which makes me think that we have enough. Because I would assume that the beavers will go over there if they need to. I forgot about this dynamite there. So there we go. We can get that out of there. And maybe get, yeah, just a little hidden beaver statue right there. Could be nice. Okay, and then speaking of areas that we can decorate, maybe something like this. A couple of those. A bench and a lantern. I like that. I like that. We will put all of this decoration on a high priority because why not? As well as this path. It's kind of an important connection there. And now the blueberry area is pretty much done. So that's great. That's going to be a ton of blueberries. Again, really not necessary, but it will be good to get those in there. If for no other reason than it's going to look nice. Oh, wow. We have tons of bots that are in desperate need of employment. So why don't we get these three opened up for bots. There we go. And now we have tons of beavers that are once again unemployed, but we do have tons of builders now that are bots. And the next thing we'll probably do is replace this hauling post with bots once we have enough. Yeah, and then we're probably going to have to build another area for haulers. But okay, so the maple syrup, yeah, we've got tons of maple syrup over here, which means, yeah, we are producing a ton of catalyst. And then if we just want to double check our storage, yep, our biofuel is doing great. So that is excellent. But all right. How is everything looking over here? Outstanding. We got all this decoration done. That is great. Most of the a lot of the blueberries are planted, which is really nice. They are going to take 12 days to grow, which is fine. And then once this beaver gets all these planted, I am going to just get rid of this forester because it's really not... it's not a permanent forester, if that makes sense. So there we go. So he is done with his job. So we will get rid of him because that is just a temporary thing. All right. So that's going to be our blueberry area. And again, we have tons of blueberry storage available over here. 1,200 blueberry storage, which is just a wild amount of storage. I was thinking, though, that one thing that we could do is try and give them another connection over here. So if we were to do something like this, So if I were to just put one more platform right there and get that connected, and then we bring this path over here, could throw some stairs up there. I don't know if that's going to be a faster route, but it can't hurt to at least give the beavers the opportunity to go in that direction. And actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to shift this 1. So what I'm actually going to do is do this with the platform right here. Get rid of this platform there. So there we go. The reason being, I'm going to figure out a way to give them some stairs up here. So if I were to do something like this, platform up and then around, and then something like that, so they can get up this way as well. Yeah, that'll be nice. So why don't we get just all of this done, just to give them another way to get in. I do think that that'll be nice. So, you know, they can access it kind of from down here as well, the massive storage, without having to go all the way up here kind of through the food production area. They can just kind of go around. So that will be nice. And most of this stuff is filling up. I mean, the carrots are already full. They're already on to the next one. The bread is getting there, the chestnuts, potatoes, wheat. This is great, just putting these fields to actual work. I mean, you can see that all of the wheat has once again been harvested, which is really nice, because for a while, most of these fields were just completely idle. You know, which is fine. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just kind of something to note, you know? Not sure why I didn't put a dynamite there. Feel like we should have. But okay, so that is now dynamited away. They are working over here. And then if we get some earth here, like this, just to kind of square that off a little bit. And then we'll come in here and drop this whole thing down to this level here. So we do have just a ton of water in here. Perfect. And then I probably am going to square this off as well. So why don't we get rid of these? And we will square this off. And then I think we will open this up. There we go. So we're just kind of shaping all this stuff kind of the way that we want it. And then once we get this back down to depth, we do need to put the storage back in for the bad water. And we do have 7 bots here, so we will move this over. There we go. So now we're getting even more bot haulers, which is great, and bot builders, which is also great. But anyway, guys, this is going to bring us to the end of this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, definitely consider leaving a like and a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Really helps with the video engagement. Plus, I just really like getting all the comments. I apologize that I don't get to respond to all of them I just have been, I've been super busy with the kids and with my job. So, but I do read them all, and I really appreciate them. So, just wanted to say that. Subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on this series as well as some of the other ones that I got planned. And I will see you in the next episode. So until then, have a great day. Thanks. Bye.